Alright, so we're going to get to working on the Titan. I have a battery charger on it just because it's been sitting for a couple weeks. The charge is okay, but I figured I'm going to try driving it right away after I'm done with this project. So I just don't want to have any issues. You know, it's going to take me a couple hours, so that should be enough to top off the battery, get it good. But we're going to be getting going on removing the valve body and replacing the solenoids on the valve body. Which is going to require me to crawl under the vehicle. And I don't know if I have enough space to put it up on ramps because I can't back it up again until it's fixed. Maybe I could, but I think I'm just going to try to crawl under there. And so first thing, order of business is going to be to get rid of this snow so I can crawl under there. It'll be a little wet, but at least it won't be rolling around in snow. So we're going to do that first. Alright, so cleared out the snow, and I put a little rug down to lay on, roll around on, and then I also have under there is some cardboard, because I'm assuming this is going to be a messy job. So, first we got to get under there. I believe this is the drain plug right here. It's a 19 millimeter. We're going to let that drain. And then we're going to get under that transmission pan and get that valve body out. Alright, so that's pretty much empty. I'm going to go ahead and start loosening up the bolts on this. This is going to be messy, which is why I have the cardboard under here. Let's see what happens. Alright. Looks like the fluid's completely done draining. So I'm going to put the plug back in. I did jack up the vehicle a couple inches just to make my life a little easier since I'm going to be here for a little bit. Put jack stands under it. Alright, so little update here on the project. We did get the valve body out. So there she is. And then this one here was the reverse solenoid. So, I bought a pack of 7 solenoids. It's all the solenoids. So it's one of these ones with the long end on it. You have these ones that are flat, and then there's one unique one that has a hole in the top. So I only need the one, so I'm just going to use the one and save the rest in case any of them fail. These are really cheap. These were on eBay for $35 for a pack. Don't know what the brand is. I just went cheap. It's kind of a trend, going to be a trend. And then I got a nice rubber oil pan gasket there. This is really a pain to get out. There were 12 bolts, and I just went off of a picture that I found online of which 12 bolts to remove, and then the valve body itself is really heavy. So this little metal piece got bent in the process, so I just bent it back straight. Hopefully that's okay. I know when you put it back in, this little thing has to line up with the mechanism on the shift cable, so you got to make sure that goes in straight. You have 2 connectors that you have to remove when you get it out, or when you're pulling it out, and there's this one here. That one is really hard, and then the little one, that one is a lot easier. The big one, I actually was trying so hard. I was holding the valve body with one hand and trying to disconnect it with the other hand, and those clips were on there so good I actually made my finger bleed inside my glove. These connectors don't have to be removed. You have a gray one on the side there, and then there's a green one under here that that goes into the TCM. I did remove those because I thought I did, or I thought I had to, but I didn't have to, so I just put them back on. So the green one goes into the TCM, gray one goes up on the side here. That still looks a little bent there. That looks better. And then I replaced the solenoid, torqued it down. I did it to 9 Newton meters, which is the closest spec I could find. I couldn't find exact specs, but 9 newton meters is for the rest of the bolts, so I just kind of kept with the program like that. So I made a big oopsie. The whole I made a little mess the first time. Now I made a big mess, so that's a problem. That's a big oopsie. I did not think that there was going to be that much fluid pouring out of the valve body, but it's everywhere. I don't know how to stop it, so we're going to do the cat litter method and probably power wash it later to get that stuff. But yeah, if anybody saw that, they'd probably be pretty upset. So better finish this up. It's going to be hard to do with just one person, but I'm going to give it a try. If I am struggling, I do have a friend coming over later that might be able to help me. So we'll see how it goes. I'll give you guys an update in a bit. Alright, so the valve body's back in, and we are an absolute mess right now. It's not going the greatest, but it's going. So obviously there's a lake of transmission fluid down here. You can see up there, I've got the valve body in, all the electrical connectors are back in, and the bolts are all in their proper places and are torqued down to spec, which I found to be 9 newton meters, if you're going by that measurement. I don't know how many like foot or inch pounds that is, but 9 newton meters is what they are. And then I think the pan bolts are 10 newton meters, so they're all in the same ballpark. I did the solenoid at 9 newton meters as well, so should be fine. We'll get the oil pan back on and torque that down in a crisscross pattern, and then put fluid in it, and then we'll see if it works. Alright, we're almost done. We got the oil pan back in there, all the bolts torqued down. It was a super messy job, so before I did anything else, I went and took a dojo shower. So I had literally every article of my clothing was soaked in transmission fluid. It was really bad. But we're cleaned up now. We got to go get some ATF for this thing, and we need to get some of that ultra absorbent stuff to put on this oil and hopefully get that pretty cleaned up so we don't upset anybody. So we'll test it after we're done doing that. Alright, so update on the truck. It's a new day. And last time tried changing out a solenoid, seeing if that would fix the reverse issue. I put the new solenoid in, got it back together, put fluid in it. I drove it to my brother's shop to check, use his fancy diagnostic reader, make sure that there's no other electrical problems with it. And on the way there, it started slipping in multiple forward gears. According to his tech, it's internal failure in the transmission, and it's going to need a rebuild or replace. So, after doing some research, I decided that I'm going to attempt a transmission rebuild. And I've done a bit of research on what the parts that I need and everything that's going to go into it, and I think I can do it, so we're going to give it a shot. And I'm just going to take you along for the ride here.